to introduce Judith from England, who takes LDN for multiple sclerosis. Thank you for joining me, Judith.
That's okay.
Could you tell me when you were diagnosed with MS?
I was diagnosed in 2008.
And how old were you?
I'm 46 now, so I was about 40, 42.
Okay. And what symptoms had you been experiencing which led to your diagnosis?
The first symptoms I had were balance, and I'd had a few falls when I tripped over myself, if you like, and I just thought I was clumsy. And then I started to have problems with my sight. I had double vision. I went to my GP, and at first he thought it was an inner ear infection. It didn't get any better, and then I was having further problems with balance and my sight again. And then I was sent for investigations. And
how long from being diagnosed to starting LDN was that?
When I was diagnosed in 2008, I was put on Copaxone. I took that for 3 years. I was still having relapses whilst on that drug, and then I decided to stop the Copaxone. I stopped it in November 2011. I'd heard a lot about LDN, did a bit of research, and I decided to take LDN in August 2012.
Right, okay. And how did you manage to get the prescription? Would your own doctor prescribe it for you?
No, my own GP wouldn't. My consultant is not interested in it. My MS nurse is not interested in it. I actually got information from a lady in America who runs her own LDN website and research, and she sends out discreetly, you're not allowed to sort of send any information to anybody else, she sends out lists of doctors worldwide who will prescribe, and I get a prescription from a doctor in Scotland.
Okay, and you get it dispensed in Glasgow, do you?
Yes, I do. I use the Glasgow one, which seems to be the most popular one.
And when you first started, did you notice any introductory side effects?
I've had no side effects at all with the LDN at all.
So before you started, can we just explain what your situation was like, what symptoms you were having, and what your life was like at that point?
I still was walking around like I was on board ship, very bad balance, quite wobbly. Still having bits of pain, lots of numbness and tingling, but the main thing was my balance, which wasn't very good. Then when I started the LDN, after sort of taking it I started taking a low dose first, obviously a very low dose of 1 milliliter, and then slowly built up. And the effects have been pretty good. My balance is a lot better. Lots of people have noticed a difference in me, the way I walk. Before the LDN, I was using elbow crutches a lot. Now I'm not using my crutches at all.
Well, that's really good, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you'll continue taking LDN, will you?
I'm going to keep giving it a good go. As I say, it was only August last year, and I thought to myself I would give it a year as a good trial and see what was happening. I have been having regular bouts of ocular neuritis. Touch wood, I haven't had any so far. I normally get about 2 a year. It would be interesting to see if I actually get any of those whilst on the LDN. If I do have some bouts of ocular neuritis, they are classed as relapses. So I might then have to rethink the LDN and maybe go for other drugs.
With LDN helping you with your balance, would you still, after a year, consider stopping?
If I didn't have any other relapses, say if my vision stayed good this year and my balance sort of stays as it is, if I stay as I am now, I will continue taking it, definitely.
Okay.
I've got no worries about that at all, and I'm recommending it to other people with MS too.
Well, thank you very much for sharing your experience with us.
Okay.